Hey, friends, welcome back to another episode of Books I Read with My Cat. I'm Courtney,
I'm Val.
And I'm Allison.
and welcome to episode 13.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
Woo! And we'll
Lucky
be
number
talking.
13.
We will be talking about what was it? How do you say it, Val? Disability reads.
Yeah, disability reads books by disability or disabled authors. You know, all of the above.
For the month of July.
Yeah! July is Disability Pride Month.
We guys drinking?
I'm drinking some tea.
Yeah, me too. I got some tea.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
It's amazing.
Revolutionary drinking tea.
I know. What a concept.
In my defense, some people break rules.
That is true. And
That's
me.
true, but it's not me today. Is Allison breaking the rules?
Not today. I just meant that's generally been me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The prime offender.
I am the prime offender. However, I am drinking the vanilla chai from Estero Bay.
Nice.
Absolutely tasty. I love it. And I put the vanilla honey in it.
Ooh.
It's very good.
I
thought I
put the
steeped
vanilla honey in my tea.
I thought I steeped it too long, but it's actually perfect. So,
Nice.
high quality tea right now.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
That's what I'm drinking. What are y'all drinking?
I'm drinking a new tea.
New tea?
I am drinking. It's by the Yorkshire Tea Company. It's caramelized biscuit brew.
Ooh.
What?
It kind of tastes like a Biscoff cookie.
Oh.
Yeah. It's really good. This is the first time I'm having it. And I think I should get some of that vanilla honey because I think that would go really well in it.
Oh, I
That
think
sounds
so
like it would
too.
be amazing.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Do it.
Yes. Do it.
I forgot that I had it, to be honest.
The tea or the honey?
The honey.
Rip. R.I.P. Vanilla honey just gonna stay in the cabinet forever.
Honey doesn't go bad. It's fine.
It's the only food.
But does vanilla honey go bad?
Oh.
Vanilla is a plant. It's a dry aged
I
plant. So it will eventually go bad, but not very quiet. Very quiet.
I was gonna be like, so is lettuce. Lettuce is a plant.
Lettuce is a plant, but it's not dried.
Allison, do you put lettuce in your tea?
Yes. Don't you? Isn't this a normal thing?
Lettuce tea. You know, I'm sure somebody out there steeps their lettuce.
I mean, isn't that soup?
Yes. That is true.
I mean, you pretty much, boil cabbage for what you call it, corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for cabbage stew.
And for cabbage too.
But cabbage is not lettuce.
It's like cousins.
They're related. Yeah.
Same concept.
Is it?
I think
Just because it's green and leafy doesn't make it the same thing.
Still a vegetable.
Well, I say so.
Still a plant.
It is still a plant.
A
That's
leafy
true.
plant. That comes in a ball. See, it's all the same.
There you go.
My cabbages! Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes.
You know the cabbage guy.
His poor cabbages. They never make it.
They don't.
They don't make it.
Aang just keeps blasting them.
Rip. So I'm drinking a tea called it's from Alaska Wild Teas. Is real fruit blueberry tea. Is it good? I've had better blueberry teas, I think. But the wild thing is that the tea isn't blue.
Really?
Oh.
Like most other blueberry teas are like purpley and blue.
Yeah.
I have no idea if they like do anything to them or not. Don't ask me. I don't make them. But
that's interesting.
Oh, I know what it is. So there's rose hips, blueberries, and chamomile. So I think it's chamomile that's really the primary part of this tea. And then I have the blueberry honey in it.
That would kind of overpower it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But altogether is still really good with
That's
the honey
good.
and stuff.
I'm glad. I'm glad
And it
it's
came
still
all the way
pretty
from
good.
Alaska.
You went
Alaska.
across the country, across the world, and you brought back tea.
I sure did. I
Very
had to.
nice.
Oh, I also
I would.
picked up a book too.
Nice.
Ooh.
What book did you get? And where did you get it?
I got it in a bookstore in Juneau.
Mhm. I just added some of that vanilla honey to my tea. It's so good.
Ooh.
Is it?
Yes.
See, I bet the vanilla would be really good with the blueberry tea.
Oh, yeah, that could be good too. You said you put the blueberry honey in?
Yeah.
And is it still not very blueberry-y?
No, it still is, but I can't tell if it's the tea or the honey.
That's fair.
Okay. So, I did get a book when I was up in Alaska. It was in
Mhm.
a little store in Juneau. It was in Rainy Retreat Books. It's new, used, and rare.
Ooh.
So this book is a novella called Heart of Abigail, and it's a lyric novella of Juneau, Douglas, and Treadwell. I think those are our other two cities in Alaska. And this book was actually written. This one's actually signed. The copyright's from 2009.
Oh,
So, the lady Abigail travels from Edinburgh to Alaska to work at a hospital during the height of the gold mines and during the height of the great gold mines of Treadwell, 700-foot Mexican and ready bullion. So it talks about her pretty much like falling in love with Alaska.
That sounds interesting.
yeah, that sounds really good.
I literally went
That
up
sounds.
to. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that sounds like a good like traveler book pick. Like it's about where you went.
Yeah. And I literally went up to the guy because I was having issues. There was a lot of Alaska books, but they're all nonfiction. And so I'm like, do you have any local author or local books fiction? And he goes, and because he was about to just point to the table, and I'm like, oh, fiction. So he takes me to the shelf, and he literally hands me this book, and he goes, here you go. And I'm like, okay.
He's like, this is the one.
Yeah. There were like a couple others, but he literally handed me this book and goes, here you go.
Nice.
Because let's see. Oh, yeah, no, this is cute. The book is dedicated to his wife, who he met in Denmark, and then she was born in Alaska, so he followed her home, and that's where they lived.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's cool.
Right?
I love that.
Yeah.
You'll have to let us know how it is when you read it.
Yes. My ever-growing TBR. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I mean, it genuinely is a never-ending experience.
Because then I also picked up another book on the ship, but this is more of like it's a nature and travel guide. So by purchasing this book, there was a naturalist that was on the boat with us the entire time, and so if by buying this book, the proceeds help fund the Humpback research program in Hawaii that she's in charge of.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it has it's called Wildlife and Wilderness Along Alaska's Inside Passage by Rachel Cartwright. And so basically it goes through all of the cities and areas that you'd probably be going to if you're traveling to Alaska, especially in that Inside Passage area, which is like that little skiddy part in the south.
Yeah.
And so it talks about like nature stuff, like what flora and fauna you see, and sometimes some things to do on the more like eco side in certain cities, and where to see certain animals, and how to identify them. There's like a chart of whale spouts in there. It's like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I was like
That's neat.
referencing it as we were traveling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sounds like a good purchase for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
Or you should probably say that you went on like an Alaskan cruise.
I went on an Alaskan cruise. It was amazing. Highly recommend for everyone to go, and like you don't have to wait till you're old. And when you're like trying to like fulfill your bucket list, like let's be honest, just go.
Yeah. It was what,
Do
like
it.
10 days? 12 days?
Yeah, we did a 10-day cruise, and it was like the perfect amount of time, to be honest. I've never done a
Nice.
cruise for that long before, but I have done vacations that long, just not cruises, and you couldn't.
Worth it.
It was so worth it. You couldn't really tell. It's been 10 days. Like I kind of lost track of time. I'm like, where am I? What day is it? Why is the sun still up? Because
That's
like
funny.
it like finally like got dark at 11.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was twilight around 10, maybe.
Yeah.
Sunsetty, twilight around 10. That's how far north we were. And then we
Mhm.
get back, and it's 8 p.m. and dark outside, and I'm like, Alex, what's happening?
You're not used to the, like, 12-hour day cycles anymore?
No, like, in Seattle and Alaska, literally, we went to bed when the sun was up and woke up when the sun was up.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it was really cool.
I hope the ship had good, blackout curtains.
Curtains.
Kind of. Honestly, if you're someone who is traveling in Alaska and you need that blackout, like you need complete darkness, just get an inside cabin because the curtains only do so much. Because
Yeah.
we can still see the light no matter what. And
I love
I'm
a
not
good
sensitive to
inside
it.
cabin.
Yeah, I'm not sensitive to it at all. In fact, I was loving it. I prefer sleeping when it's light outside, personally. It's more of a comfort thing, I guess. I don't know why, but it's a thing. But yeah, no, we had to have a sleeper cabin at one point, and so and it was a inside cabin. It was dark, and we literally had to set an alarm just to make sure that we didn't sleep until noon because we can't tell if it was light outside or not.
Those are
Wow.
those are genuinely my favorite. Just the darkness, like
Hmm.
you don't know where you're at, what time it is, what universe you're in. It's just pitch black, and it's glorious. I love it.
Yeah, I
That
need
freaks
pitch
me out.
black to sleep.
It doesn't matter to me for like normal time, but like when I'm on a cruise, I'm like, this is the best.
And honestly, on this boat, the inside cabin was really nice and square. It was probably the same square footage, but there was so much space for activities.
Wow.
And
So
ours
much
was
room for
more,
activities.
yeah, ours with the window was more long, and there's
Mhm.
still good space. You're not walking on top of each other or whatever. But the inside cabin, it's definitely worth it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I imagine you're spending most of your time outside your room anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And
It
you
was
said
nice
that
getting to watch your cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice having
Auntie
Allie
Allison.
here for a week.
Yeah, Auntie Allison watched Danny and Bella for me.
And they were so
Yeah.
good.
They were so good.
Danny was my couch buddy.
No.
He liked to flop.
He is such a good flopper.
He really
Josh
is.
said that when he came in the following week to check on them, that he did a 13 out of 10 star flop.
Amazing.
Incredible.
I
know.
believe it.
He's so dramatic, honestly.
He's the most dramatic cat I think I've ever met.
I don't know. Bella's pretty dramatic. She got body slammed by Danny the other day, and basically all he did was just wrap his arms around her and didn't really do much else, and she's like,
No.
and I literally tell Alex what happened. He goes, "That's it." It didn't sound like that's it.
No.
She's a little dramatic kitty too, let's be honest.
Carrie's very dramatic.
He is.
With all of these fireworks and thunderstorms, he's been a little scaredy baby.
Oh.
Well, Allison, you're at my house when this happened. He was in the bathroom, doing his thing, and then a huge thunderclap happened, and he sprinted out with a poop still touched to his butt.
Did the shit get scared out of him?
Uh-huh.
No,
No, he was mid poop, and then he got scared. So he sprinted out with the poop still attached to his butt.
R.I.P.
Poor kitty.
Yeah. Yeah. He just came out into the living room, and then suddenly I was like, man, it's stinky. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh.
That's why.
That makes sense.
That tracks.
Yeah.
My cats were very happy for us to come home.
Yes.
'Cause Allison stayed with them for the first week, but then we had a friend check up on them during the second week, and I could just tell that they had given up on everything.
Oh.
They're like, we're done.
Yep. And then we came in and we're just like, oh my god, we didn't think you'd return. Literally an hour or two after, and I'm just sitting on the bed with Bella because she was kind of crying and stuff. And so she was just in a daze, just staring at me like she couldn't believe her eyes.
No.
Like they didn't abandon me.
2 weeks is a long time to be away.
especially as a different
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah. They missed you.
They did. They were fine, but they did miss their mama and papa.
They miss their humans. You can do your best to have like people check in and like stay with them and stuff, but they still miss you.
It's
Yeah.
so true. Little babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, little babies. They're good boys though. Good girls. Good
Yeah.
babies.
Good babies. And how's everyone else's cats?
Well, I told you the poop story.
My cats are great. They're chill. Frank and Luke are friends officially.
Yay!
They
Yeah.
boop noses regularly. They play. They're
Oh,
still a little bit like, once in a while buttholes, but that's just cats, I think.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cats.
So, but yeah, finally, what, 3 months,
Yay!
2 months later? I don't even know at this
Yeah,
point.
that didn't take that long.
No. So they're doing great. Luke
Good.
we love all the cats, obviously, but like Luke is such a solid boy. He's so good.
He's a good addition to the family.
He is. And he just wants love, and he's our drama cat apparently now. Because if he doesn't have his food, he likes to sing the song of his people.
Oh,
I think we
Or
heard
if he
that a little bit last when we were
Pro-
there.
Yeah, probably. And then he's just started meowing a lot more. So like if he wants your attention, he'll meow, or if he wants to go, he just meows. And we're like, where did this come from?
no, that's good.
So
That's like him communicating with you, like, "Hey, I want you."
yeah,
And him
so
just getting more comfortable in the house too. Like his
exactly,
little personality is blossoming.
it is. He's so good, so good, good boy.
Boy.
And Grizzly's being Grizzly. I mean, he's deaf and
Yeah.
a turd. I had to I had to go out and grab him again because he made a run for it again.
No.
Well, because he sleeps in the garage against the garage door, and when my
Mm.
dad gets home from work, he opens the garage door, and Grizzly's like, "Ah, yes, the
Oh,
outside
he's
world."
waiting.
Freedom.
Look,
Yeah,
he's waiting. He's waiting for
yeah.
his moment.
Honestly, but the nice thing is that because he's deaf, you can very easily sneak up behind him and grab him because he doesn't know you're coming. So that's typically how it works.
Yeah, that's not a
Great.
great attribute for a cat to be outside.
No, not
No.
not. I mean, no,
That's how I get
no.
yummed.
Yeah,
Yum.
No.
but he's
Actually,
good.
oh, go ahead.
No,
Like,
I
I
was just
actually
saying he's
went,
good.
good. I was
That's
saying,
cool.
I went to a cat cafe in Seattle. It was great.
Oh, the Chiefs cat.
Yeah, the little teefies. His name was
No.
Blue. He's a resident at the cat cafe. We went to Neko Cat Cafe in downtown Seattle. It was
Mm-hmm.
so much fun. They had a couple residents, and it was great, especially since I was missing my cats a lot by that point. And so I'm like, okay, I get to be with kitties.
Yeah. Did you see any kitties in Alaska or Canada?
um, we ran into one actually in Seattle when we got back because
Oh,
we were
okay.
walking around. We walked to breakfast and ended up at some lodge. It was like a bougie breakfast, and we didn't know this, but we were actually loved it. And the resort apparently has a cat that wanders around because he looked really good, so we think he's well
Oh.
cared for. But he
Mm-hmm.
just came right up to us and was like, "Meow."
Oh.
Cute.
I love cats.
I
I
mean, I
do
I
saw
too.
other
love
animals in Alaska, just not cats.
Did you see some friend-shaped bears?
No bears, actually.
No bears?
No bears. We
Wow.
even went and searched for bears. Like literally, that was the excursion.
Mhm.
And because we were a little too early for the salmon run, there was no reason for the bears to come down to the observation creek area.
Oh.
So there were none. But like we literally walked down the path. As we were walking down the path, our tour guide, who like does this like every day, goes, "Oh, that wasn't there yesterday." And it was just like a bunch of like footprints and trampled like plants and stuff. So you could tell like a big bear had just come through, like maybe a couple hours to last night, like ago.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I
Literally,
like
because it
it.
was also like 50 to 55 degrees there.
Nice.
Actually physically cold.
It was physically cold.
Too cold. It's too cold
And
for summer.
we saw a lot of whales too. Lots of whales.
Nice.
You mean the walruses?
No, it's my cat. Yeah, I have a walrus at home. He sits on his own icebergs.
He does.
That's true. Your XL dog bed iceberg.
I know. That's what we're like. That it is like Danny's a seal on an iceberg. We're gonna call his bed an iceberg now.
Incredible.
That's amazing.
What are you guys reading?
I'm reading one book because I finished my other books when I was on vacation, and then I used my free time for studying. So I'm only listening to one book right now. Crazy. It's
Ooh.
the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's really good so far.
Yeah?
Yes,
That's
because I
exciting.
read. I think this is book 2. So and they're technically all standalones. So there's just character references that you may miss. But so I read book 4, which was the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, and now I'm reading book 2 because it was like available. It was available as part of the sale or something. Whenever I got it.
Nice.
Very cool.
That sounds
That's
fun.
exciting.
Are you enjoying it so far?
Yes, it is very cute. The character is pretty much going on a scavenger hunt because they're leaving clues and books at the bookstore that she works at. And she's like, and it's so relatable too because she's turning 29 and she's like, what did I do in my 20s? Nothing. And why do I feel like I'm missing out? So someone's leaving her these clues to like help her have fun for the summer. So right before she turns 30.
Nice.
And of course, she recruits a hot fisherman,
Nice.
Ooh.
as one does.
Yeah, that's the only logical
As is tradition.
plan or whatever, as is tradition.
So that's what I'm reading.
Nice.
That makes me so happy because I want to read that one.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
wait? Do you own it or
I don't own it, but Becky had started it and she never finished it, and I was like, I really want to read this book, and I was gonna steal it temporarily.
Well, now you have 2 people that you can steal it from.
Perfect.
Just
Nice.
after
Excellent. Okay.
I might read it eventually because it does sound cute.
It's
Yeah,
a
it
cutie.
it is really cute. You might be able to get through this one, Val, even though
Is
very
it too romance heavy?
well. The second chapter line starts with Noah did have the hots for Hazel.
Okay, that's fair.
And which I really liked that line.
That is nice. Yeah, that's a good line.
Because like
Good
before,
line.
it's like, yeah, my friends are telling me he has a hots for me, but I don't believe them. And then literally chapter 2 starts with Noah does have the hots for Hazel.
Nice. I'm reading 2 books right now.
2
2
books.
I am reading Enchantra by Kaylie Smith. This is the Wicked Games number 2. This is for like a bonus book club at our local bookstore, Blinking Owl. I'm 13% in. So this book 1 took place from Ophelia's perspective, which is like one of the sisters, and then book 2 is taking place from, oh god, I should know her name.
Genevieve's.
Genevieve, yeah, Genevieve's
got
perspective,
you.
the younger sister. So Ophelia was the older sister, and Genevieve's the younger sister. I'm only 13% in, but they're kind of like setting up like the premise and that kind of stuff. So, so far I'm liking it all right. I was talking to Courtney last night, the audiobook narrator. I have a small gripe with them, but it's fine.
Yeah. I used the baby voice on Val through text. I was like, "Oh, poor baby wants different voices."
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, poor baby. It's just the narrator uses the exact same like voices as she did for book 1, so there's like no differentiation between book 1 and book 2 for like auditorially,
Yeah.
you know?
No, it makes sense.
And like and she uses like a super breathy voice. Where she's like trying to be like sultry, you know? And I'm just like, come on, please, let's not. Please. But other than that, I'm enjoying the story so far.
Yeah,
Even
it's a
though
good story.
I
liked
have
it.
a small gripe with the narrator. Did you finish it already, Courtney?
Yeah, that was the book I was reading on the cruise.
Oh,
I
dang.
got it done in 2 weeks, which I actually
Nice.
brought 2 books, so I'm almost disappointed in myself.
You were busy.
I was busy.
Yeah. So I'm
You
reading
kind of
that.
had a lot going on. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. And then I'm reading Mistborn #1, The Final
Oh,
Empire. I'm only
Nice.
4% in on that one, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's nice to kind of be back into the epic fantasy type of setting because I took a break after Nope, not Rhythm of War.
Wind and Truth?
Wind and Truth! My brain. Yeah, so it's nice to be back in like an epic fantasy giant book, even though this one's not that long. I'm listening to the audiobook and it's only 25 hours, 24
oh,
and a
that's
half.
not bad
That's not bad.
for
Yeah,
a Brandy Sandy.
yeah, yeah. This is generally the series that he recommends to start with, but I started with his like bigger one. Because
Wow, what an overachiever.
no. Yeah. So I'm enjoying it so far. They came out with a deck builder board game that we played when Allie was here, and
Yes.
it's kind of nice seeing like the names that and like kind of referencing the deck builder game in the book. So, but
Oh, from like Mistborn.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It was
a
a cool game.
Mistborn deck building game. Yeah, it was fun.
Nice,
Anyway, yeah, those are the books I'm reading.
cute.
Very nice. I like
What are
it.
you reading, Allie?
Stuff.
Stuff and things?
And things and more stuff. I'm actually just reading 2 books.
Whoa,
Um
we're all very lightweight this week.
yeah.
I
So
like
I'm
all
reading
have two.
that yeah. I need to find another nonfiction one to I say find as if I don't currently have some in my Audible. But I need to pick one. So
Fair,
anywho,
fair.
yeah, I'm reading 2. The first one is called Gild. It's the Plated Prisoner series, so it's the first book in that by Raven Kennedy. So I'm about 27%, so a quarter of the way through.
Mhm.
I've been slowly just trekking my way through this one. It's kind of been my like off because it's on my phone, I just kind of pull it out if I'm not doing anything. Um it's really interesting so far. Um it's just now having a bunch of stuff happening, so I'm not going to describe a lot of it. It's a good book so far, and I'm liking it. Shit's literally about to hit the fan, so not anymore. Like quite literally, I ended it, and they're like something major is going down. Like guards are like grabbing their swords and stuff, and I'm like, oh no! But I had to leave, so I had to put my phone down or put my phone away.
No.
So, um, so yeah, good book so far. It's called Gild. Um, and then the other one I'm listening to, it's very interesting. You guys might like it. It's called Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L.
I just
Wang.
finished that book not that long ago.
You did.
I
Okay.
did. It's so good.
I'm almost done. I'm 65%. I have like 5 hours left.
Nice.
I really like it. I like
Yeah.
it a lot.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The main character, I really enjoy her like thought process.
Mhm.
I don't know,
Me
because
too.
she's very just like straightforward. Like she has her, it's like kind of like her way or like
Or the
no, not
highway?
no way. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. I feel like she's very, I don't know. I like her.
She's
I
very strong-headed.
Yeah, strong-willed. Yeah,
Strong-willed, yeah.
strong-headed.
Yeah.
I like her a lot, and I like her relationship with her assistant and that.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
it's been
Ew.
really good so far. Not it's not like relationship. It's just
Oh,
like
just a relationship.
Like
yeah.
lab assistant.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
lab
okay.
assistant. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's really good. I'm excited. I think so far it might be a 5-star for me.
Nice.
Oh
But
my.
we'll see how the last 5 hours go. So, got a third of it left. Very good.
Nice.
Good book.
It was not a 5-star
Um
for me, but it was still really good.
yeah. The narrator's really good. I like her voice.
Yes. I like
Like
the
her
narrator
accent and
as well.
everything.
Mhm.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those are my 2 books.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes. I totally forgot you read that one, and I remember seeing it on your story graph, like, when I
Yeah.
was looking at the stuff.
I
Mhm.
think she was reading it when you were at the end of the school year haze.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. It says I finished it May 31st, so like
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That's a blank.
Completely
That's
brain boiled.
there was no brain. It was just mush.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just go up there.
honestly. So
Nice.
So you guys
But
know
yeah,
what's next.
5
It's the
star
5
alert.
stars! 5 stars! Bow, 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 bow.
woo!
Now, it's been a hot second since we did 5 stars, so I have 2.
2.
Wow.
2.
I have
That's
Dos.
1.
okay. I have 0.
What?
I know. I've been
I
in
have 1.
a I've been in like a not reading slump, I wouldn't say, but like they haven't been hitting as hard lately.
You know, I've been feeling that slump in that I'm not reading books as quickly. Like, I'm not getting through as many books as I would like to, even though I am ahead of my goal.
Mhm.
But I was trucking through pretty good, and now I'm like, it's hot outside. I don't like this. And now it's affecting my reading.
You know, honestly, I genuinely thought I'd be reading so much more with it being summer, but I'm just like, I'm trucking along at the same speed I've been this whole time. So I'm not even ahead really, but except for 1 book.
Wow.
Damn it, this was my time. And I'm
Well, you still
failing.
got a month.
I got a month. So
Yeah.
anywho, what are your 2
So
5 stars?
my first one is River of Silver. Is it The River of Silver? I need to check that. By S.A. Chakraborty. It is I guess technically is it a novella, but it's basically kind of like short stories of side characters and other like scenes that maybe you had wanted to see more of, like in between
Ooh.
like certain major scenes within the books. Either they build more on backstory or just like character building kind of stuff, or hey, this is what happens after the end of book 3 kind of thing.
Mhm.
I like
So
when authors do that.
yeah, me too. And apparently this was her pandemic project.
Okay.
So it was something that she was working on during the height of COVID. And I loved it. It just felt like we just dove right back into where we left off. They used the same voice actress, which she's very good. I love her. So it really just felt it was like it's perfect to get over that hangover when like your favorite series ends and you're just like, now what do I do with my life?
Yeah.
Yes. It was very
Yes.
excellent.
Nice.
Nice.
What's your second book?
I think this one's not a surprise, but is The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs by Steve Brusatte.
Yeah, that's not a
Yes.
surprise at all.
Good
I
book.
learned so much about dinosaurs, even though I felt like I knew a lot about dinosaurs. Like it was to the point that when one of our port stops was in Victoria, Canada, and they have how do I explain this? It's like a gift shop, but like experience thing. It's called Dino Lab, and so like you could pay a fee to go do the experience or whatever.
Mhm.
But we just went for the gift shop, and so I'm just chatting with the guys who are they're asking me what my favorite dinosaur is.
That's
And
amazing.
I know. And I'm just like, I bought like a journal that has like an herbivore type. It was like a ceratopian kind of creature. I forget which era. I need to look it up. It was either Triassic or Jurassic, but it was definitely not Cretaceous. But it's depicted with a little bit of feathers. So we're talking about feathers, and I'm like, yeah, I thought I knew that sauropods had feathers, but I didn't know if the herbivores did. I said theropods, right? I'm gonna say theropods. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
theropods and sauropods sound the same when you say them.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I also like tabbed a bunch of pages to reference for later. Like I'm such a
You went
nerd.
to town. It's
I went to
great. I love it.
and I'm like, I want to read more dinosaur nonfiction books, please, especially about the Allosaurus. Like, someone give me a recommendation on Allosaurus books, please.
Yeah.
My favorite Walking with Dinosaur special. As a kid.
You know, I'm sure they have 'em. I'm sure there's books out there.
Well, here's what grinds my gears. So I'm in a gift shop, several of them in Alaska, and they have a children's book that's about Alaskan dinosaurs, which
Mhm.
was really cool. But also, like, I didn't buy it because one, I don't have a child. Two, I didn't want to lug a bigger size book like that home because it would take up
Right.
a lot of space. Um, and so I'm just like, but if they had a book for adults, on Alaskan Dinosaurs, I would be like snatching this shit up. And they didn't.
How rude.
It looks like I can find
So
some
rude.
online. But that's not the same.
Yeah. I mean, you can always get it on bookshop.org.
Looks
You
like I can also
can.
do it on thrifted books too. Like they're like
Nice.
that website.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And my other complaint is that I went to the gallery that featured the artist that did the illustrations, and they didn't sell any singular prints or postcard or cards of dinosaur art, and I'm really
What?
offended.
That's
I know.
weird.
They did all the modern animals, but the
Mhm.
dinosaurs were just so cool. And they were featured in the museum that was in town. Like, they had, like, a whole wall of Alaskan dinosaurs, and I'm just like,
I need to go to this town.
Oh, yeah, it was Ketchikan.
I'd go there in a heartbeat.
Oh, it was really cute. Yeah, highly recommend Ketchikan. Hi, Bella. Oh, hi, baby. She's meowing at me.
Yo.
Did you miss me? I was here the whole time. So Allie, what was your 5-star?
My 5-star is a book that I've read so many times I don't even know how many times I've read it at this point. And it continues to be a 5-star every time. It's Empire Storms, Book 5 in Throne of Glass,
Oh, no
by
way.
Sarah J. Maas. Yes, shocking, right? Um, this has always been one of my favorite ones in the series, just because so much is happening, but also so much is coming
Yeah.
together. Because I mean, it's not technically the second to last because there is the next book for
Oh,
Kale's point of view during the same time frame, but
yeah.
it pretty much is the second to last in a way, if that makes
Because the other ones are, like,
sense.
happening at the same time. So
Yeah,
it's kinda like
you
book 1,
can
book 2.
what do you call dual read, where you flip between the two books so you stay in the
Oh,
same
really?
like timeline. There's a name for it. I can't remember what it is. People have it
Yeah.
all figured out where you switch to the different chapters in each book.
That's too much.
I think
Yeah,
that's cool.
exactly. It's cool and I might do it one day, but it feels like a lot. Um but I'm just making my way through the series, and this one again, just so much happens, and some of the like biggest like reveals and deceits, and it's so good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally remember having that hangover after reading that book.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have to go and read one that's not even her perspective.
Oh, it drives you
Like,
nuts.
yeah. Especially when they were like, because I read these as they came out. So, like, to then have to wait a year for that. And then you're like, but I want to hear about the other person. And you got to wait even more.
It's so rude.
It is,
Brutal.
but it's so good. If anyone's interested in Throne of Glass, I know Val has started book 1 and 2.
And she's
But
doing so good.
you are.
I
But
finished the
honestly,
first 2 books.
yeah, so much happens once you hit book 3. Like, that end of book 3 is when I feel like it really, I love the first 2, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the end of book 3 is when you're really like, it's like
It's
I
like,
don't know, it's
now
the
we're getting
horses are
somewhere.
like galloping and we're like really getting into more meat, more of the story. So yeah.
That's what everyone says, but some people said that book 2 was better than book 1, and book 2 was just so
book
okay, and book
2
1
book
was also not very good.
book
So, I'm kinda
2
Bull. It was
dragging
a bunch
my
of
feet.
bull.
No, listen, book 2 to me feels, it's important. Like, important stuff happens in it, but it's also kind of a filler
It
to me.
it's character developy.
I
Yeah.
don't think you should take 2 books in a 5-book series to get good.
She also wrote it though when she was 16. So, I
Uh,
feel
I mean,
It was
fair, I
acting
guess.
for a 16-year-old, let's just say.
she was learning. She was learning. And I know,
Uh,
I get it. Like, when people say like, "Oh, you have to wait till book 3." Yeah, that's kind of feels like a bullshit like
Yeah.
what I
answer.
see it as
However, it's so worth it.
Yeah, because how I see it is that you get more content. I love it when you just get more content on, like, a world that you, like, are really into.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's why I like them so much, because I'm just like, ah, yeah. Like, I don't know. It's give me more. So, but yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. So, I'm about to
So
sneeze.
Sneeze. Achoo.
Achoo.
You're a fish. Or no, that's hiccups.
What the
If you think
what?
if you think about that
What?
you're not a fish when you have hiccups, the hiccups sometimes stop.
That's
I
bull.
don't understand. So
Apparently,
you tell yourself that you're not a fish?
yeah, you tell yourself that you're not a fish, and sometimes that helps with hiccups. It doesn't work for everybody, but it works for a surprising number of people.
Does it work for you?
No.
So you're suggesting something that doesn't work for you personally.
No, but it works for I know a lot, a good handful of people that it does work for.
That's
That's
funny.
so weird.
I also don't get the hiccups very often, so I haven't had many opportunities to try. I get a singular hiccup sometimes.
Yes, they're very violent.
Yes, extremely violent.
I get the
Singular hiccup.
pterodactyl hiccup after I drink a really bubbly soda.
Yeah, I get the pterodactyl hiccup randomly.
I actually get hiccups a good amount of time.
Well,
It's
think
really annoying.
about just tell yourself that you're not a fish.
No, I have a black magic way.
Uh-huh.
You say your name and then you take a sip of water and then you do that, repeat that 5 times, and then they're gone.
Interesting.
It works about 95% of the time.
That's a high success rate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Like when they're really strong hiccups, you might need to do it 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The really obnoxious ones. So you're just like, oh my god, what is my body doing?
No, what always works
It's
for me is you close your eyes, hold your breath, and then draw a horse in the air with your finger.
The fuck?
It works 100% of the time.
What the?
what?
Now over here has the weirdest suggestions. At least mine is based in
Makes
black
sense with
magic.
but also it makes sense with air and stuff and
Yeah,
swallowing.
just getting your
Like-
breathing rhythm back.
No, you
Draw a
close your
horse with your
eyes.
finger.
Yeah. You draw a horse in the air with your finger as you hold your breath and close your eyes. It gets rid of the hiccups, I promise.
Okay.
How
I'll
detailed does
believe
a
you.
horse have to be?
I mean, blobs work for me. You've seen me draw and draw a hole or whatever.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Alright, enough about hiccups. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing the topic of the week.
The
The
topic
topic of the week.
Woo! So,
This-
as you know, it's July, Disability Pride Month. Woo! And yeah, so the reason why July is Disability Pride Month is because in 1990, on July 26th, President George H.W. Bush signed into law the Americans with Disability Act.
Oh, I didn't realize that was why.
Yes. Yep. It's just since 1990, it's been kind of slowly gaining traction as to why it's Disability Pride Month. So yeah, we're talking about some disabled authors, some disabled representation within books, and also I don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah, I probably have the longest list.
You probably do. So you probably should go first then.
Okay. All right. So my first book is a fiction book. It's Hunchback by Saou Ichikawa. And the main character, Shaka, is born with a congenital muscular disorder, and she uses a power chair and a ventilator to breathe. And she lives in a group home in Japan that her parents left to her. So they bought a group home when she was a child and ran and managed it and all of that fun stuff. And when they passed, they left it to her. So she's the manager and owner of this group home, but also she lives there because she needs the assistance and all of that fun stuff. The author, Saou, is also disabled and uses similar mobility aids and a ventilator and all of that. So it's coming from a lived experience somewhat. And I want to read the quote from it was won a lot of awards in Japan, and the International Booker Prize judges said, quote, a literary phenomenon in Japan. Hunchback is an extraordinary and thrilling debut novels about sex, disability, and power.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So the main thing is Shaka writes anonymously for basically like a not safe for work fanfic type thing, and also like role plays a lot in like different scenarios and that kind of stuff. And one of the things she wants to do is, this is on the snippet on the book, so it's not giving away any spoilers, but she anonymously tweets quite a lot. And she tweeted once anonymously that she would pay I think it was like 10 million yen for a sperm donor. She wanted to know what it would feel like to get pregnant and then have an abortion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
yeah. Um, yeah, so it was a lot about like that, and like her longing to not necessarily be romantic with someone, but like she wants to know what it would feel like to have that whole situation go on. So it was really interesting. It was a very, very short book, as most Japanese books are. I think the audiobook was like 2 hours, maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's typical.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed it. It caught me off guard because like the first 20 minutes of maybe like 15 minutes of the book was just like a sex scene. I was like, what's happening? Like it just dropped you right in, and I was like, what is going on?
Interesting.
So yeah. That is my first book. And that was
Okay.
Hunchback by Saou. Oh god, I lost it.
Yeah, Saou.
Saou Ichikawa. Yeah.
Very
That
cool.
sounds really good.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
does. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. The library had it won so many awards, so a lot of people are like interested in reading it and stuff. I think I waited like 5 months for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was worth the wait.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
That's my book.
Let's go next.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is considered, I believe it's considered a YA. It's a duology. I read them, it's been a long time now. I read them a while ago, and I really like her two worlds, because you have Six of Crows and then Shadow and Bone, which was just turned into a Netflix series. So I'd imagine it probably got canceled, but basically Netflix like took the two. I mean, it's Netflix.
Yeah.
They basically merged the two series, like book series, and like combined the worlds into one. I liked it. Usually I wouldn't like that big of a change, but it worked. Anywho, that's going off on a whole tangent. This book follows it's kind of like a mafia world, where, or gangs, we'll say more gangs. So there's different gangs that kind of control this city, and the leader of one of the gangs their name is Kaz. And within this story, it's not like the main focus, but it's such a big part of his character and like how he interacts with everyone. He has a limp, and he relies on a cane in order to move around comfortably in their environment, which when you're the leader of their gang, like it kind of shows like he's the leader of their gang, and he's like this badass man, and he relies on this cane, which is no big deal. He's got like a cool ass sword that's inside of it. Oh my god, he's a cool character. And it influences his fighting style, how he's thinking about his environment, and how he's interacting with others. So it talks about the physical disability, but then it also goes a lot into PTSD. And he also has, there's a fancy word that I don't know how to say. It's another mental disorder where he has a fear of touch, and that is stemming from past trauma. So he's always wearing gloves and like long sleeves. Like he cannot physically touch other people, because it just causes just like a full like internal like I'm not going to say this correctly, but kind of like an internal meltdown. So it doesn't just do the physical disability side, it also goes into mental disorders, and there's other characters throughout who also are having PTSD. There's dyslexia represented in one of the characters. I'm not going to say who because it's kind of a like you don't know it until it would be a spoiler. There's a character who, if you understand ADHD and like the thought process and stuff, I believe the author has come out and said that's what he has. It's just not like outwardly like
it's not explicit.
It's not explicit on the page. So they really kind of go through a bunch of different experiences, and I like that it's not like in your face. Like it's like this is just who they are. It's how they live their life. This is how they go about what they're doing. And it's a really good story. Like I have them on my shelf still. It's a book, you could like, you might not like, but I found it to be a really good duology. Like I said, there's a lot of different disabilities represented throughout, and multiple characters. It's not just the one. So, and it stems. Right. So I was looking into it because I remember hearing about Leah. She has a cane, and so she kind of wrote Kaz. This is what they've said based off of her like interviews and stuff. So Kaz was kind of like a way she could represent her own experience through like a strong character who like really embodies it and like helps her feel more confident with her own cane. So I thought it was really interesting for the author to like put herself and do all that. So it's really good. I like the book a lot.
It's going on the TBR.
I like I think I have it on my Audible, so just a hint hint wink wink. I have both. And the Shadow and Bone series. So
nice.
Yeah, I really like it when you can get to know the author through their writing and like how they create their characters and whatnot. I really do enjoy that.
Yeah, me too.
She does a really good job of like world building. I feel like, to me, again, it's been a long time, so maybe my thoughts, I listened to them actually not that long ago, maybe last year, just as like a catch up on it because the show was coming out. But I really enjoyed it then too, so I would recommend. I liked it. Yeah. So yeah, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo.
Nice.
Good book.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one so many times, like just on the shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry. So my book is called Daughter of the Merciful Deep by Leslye Penelope.
Ooh.
So this one, honestly, it can fall into both categories of disability representation and Black representation. It follows a young woman named Jane Edwards, who is mute and uses sign language to communicate. She lives in a small southern town, primarily full of Black people, during the Jim Crow era. So they're getting conflict from pressure from like white people in the county and whatnot. And their town is also being threatened by the government because they want to build a dam downstream, which will end up flooding their town, and they're like being forced to move. And like this is like a historical thing that did happen. The town is fictional, but this is something that happened to a lot of communities during this era, especially with like the Army Corps of Engineers and doing dams and whatnot. So that's what like this book is inspired from.
Ooh,
so
nice.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So the citizens are deciding whether or not to move or to fight back, but then a magical solution is presented to them. And they can choose to bring their town to this underwater world. It's kind of like an Atlantis vibe, but and it's kind of like an afterlife kind of thing. It's like what is there after this life kind of like scenario that it answers. And it's influenced by both African mythology and Christianity. Since it does go hand in hand with Black communities sometimes. And so the Jane is mute, and there's a lot of ableist conflicts between her and her sister that are very relatable. Or I would say I would think that they're very relatable to readers, since I do not fall in this category. But I could tell that like it's something that would be very relatable. And my only complaint is that her lack of speech is kind of like a plot device, and this is something that Val and I have talked about in the past.
Yeah. I remember we
Um,
were talking about this.
yeah, because it is trauma induced, and then like without spoilers, it gets resolved in the end.
Mhm.
But I think that the fact that there's like that ableism aspect in it, that's what makes it. That's why I like the book.
Mhm.
That way, it kind of like shows people like how disabled people have to deal with bullshit every day.
Yeah. Very much.
Yeah. So yeah, I really liked the book. It was a lot of fun, and I also really like the romance tropes and how they don't follow the tropes. And that,
Mm.
you know how like there's always like two people, so or sometimes if there's like a love triangle, the childhood friend just kind of gets meh to the side.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
happen. And it's like,
Ooh.
wow, they actually
Spoiler.
like he gets the girl. Wow.
Wow.
And
Wang?
it's something
Wang.
that's presented very early on that, and it's because of like her own traumas that she never wanted to pursue the relationship. But
Mm.
so, like early on, you can tell like there's something there, and they've have a past. It's just that they've never pursued the stuff, and it's like it's on her end.
Right. That makes sense.
Hmm.
It sounds good though.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah. It's already on my TBR.
Oh no, here we go,
I
adding
think
more to
that's
TBR.
I think that's one I had looked at when we did the independent bookstore day. I had that in my hands.
Oh really?
Yeah, I did. Now I'm like, dang it, I should have gotten it.
Well,
Need to go back.
Always get
I
it
have
again.
the audiobook, Allison.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Yes. Yep, so that's my pick. One of my picks.
Nice. Cool.
I like it.
So my next one is a nonfiction. It's called Demystifying Disability: What to Know, What to Say, and How to Be an Ally by Emily Ladau. So I actually met Emily at a conference a couple years before this book came out in 2017, 2016, somewhere around there. Um, she's a pretty well known like activist in the disability community, and she wrote this book to kind of be like an intro to disability. So it has a lot of great like actionable steps and like how to approach certain situations. um, and it's really like kind of nerdy in a way. Like it kind of teaches you, not really teaches, but it informs you on how to like approach different situations and like how to be an ally,
Mhm.
for like if you're disabled, how to be a better ally to fellow disabled people, or if you're non-disabled, or not yet disabled, because you will be disabled at some point if you get old enough. So um
That's true.
that's not
Yeah, that's very
it,
true.
it's a
Yeah.
threat. You will be disabled at one point.
I have been disabled. I've been temporarily disabled twice, so
Yeah.
technically.
Exactly. You will be disabled in some way, either long term or short term, at some point in your life,
It's
especially if
not a
you.
matter
Like, it's a statistic, yes.
of
Yes,
if, it's when.
correct. Correct. You could be in a car accident tomorrow, be disabled
Oh,
forever.
that's lovely.
Anyway.
I mean, it's true.
um it's just a really great book, like I said, to be an informed ally, to disabled people, with actionable steps and like what to say, what to do, what not to do, and how you can make the world more inclusive. So little like tips and tricks on like how to like speak up to people, or like speak up for someone, or like, hey, you see this inaccessibility, you can go say something to someone even if it's not directly affecting you at the moment. Like I said, you may become disabled at some point in your life. So building an more inclusive, accessible world is better for everyone long term. A great example that she uses in the book is curb cuts. So, before 1990, I think it was like late 80s when it was introduced. in like New York City and bigger cities there, the curb cuts, like the little ramps at the corner of sidewalks, not only is it making the terrain more traversable for people using wheelchairs, but it also helps people like parents with strollers and bike users and like roller skaters, everything, basically anything on wheels that can't easily go upstairs or like go up that curb. A curb cut is really makes it that much easier for not only disabled people but non-disabled people as well. So little things like that. It's called inclusive design. Just something to
Mhm.
think about. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like
Like
this
it.
book a lot.
Yeah.
I have the book if you would like to read it.
Ooh.
Why, yes.
Yes. I
Don't
have
mind if I do.
I have a physical signed copy, actually.
Oh, really?
I do. Yeah.
Well, shoot.
Yeah. It's on my shelf somewhere.
Very nice.
Yes.
So the next book I'm gonna I'm gonna talk about is one that we've mentioned many, many times. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros.
Nice.
Has some pretty good representation throughout the story. Not just in the first book, but also through the second and third book. I'm not gonna talk about some of it because again, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Because as Val was already alluding, shit can happen. And when you're in a war college, it can hit the fan quickly. So that's all I'm gonna say for the spoilery ish. But the main, I mean,
There's so
honestly,
many characters, and it's
there's
like someone loses a leg.
yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Okay, there you go. So he has
Good luck
they
guessing which one.
good luck. It's gonna happen at some point in the three however many 100-page books that have come out so far.
And you have to determine which ones are still alive by that book.
Exactly. Honestly. Good luck. But the most non-spoilery one to talk about would be the main character, Violet. She is considered a small, petite, fragile person. They don't outright say it, but the author has pretty much said that she has I'm hoping I'm saying this correctly. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Yeah.
Which is where your joints and ligaments and stuff are.
They're basically like loose rubber bands.
Yeah, yes. And so she has to, there you go. I was like, they're like, my brain was like, they're loosey goosey, and I'm like, I don't want to say it like that.
No, they're loosey
but
goosey.
it's true. I mean,
Yeah, Violet's very loosey goosey.
she is. So she's basically forced to go into this war college and try to get a dragon and stuff. And throughout the story, she's having to like wrap her knees, her elbows, basically, and just endure the pain that comes along with it and having to be so physical. And I will say, I looked into it a bit, and there is some controversy with how it's written. As like,
oh, really?
There's like too much. I guess people don't like how much they have the main character pushing through the pain of the disability and not showing like the other side of it. I don't know enough about it. There is controversy out there.
That's what internet is saying.
Yeah, so that's just something to think about. But she's a badass who goes through this war college, and I really like her character because she's very intelligent. I mean, she was supposed to be a scribe, which is like their historians and stuff. Good book. There's also representation of what's her name, Jasenia. So they have ASL throughout, and it's very like nonchalant, like people just know how to communicate with ASL, and it's just like, oh, okay, cool. And I know somebody who didn't even realize that she was deaf in the book. They just thought, oh, they're in a library. Like, I just thought that was kind of funny. They're like, wait a second. I thought they were just trying to be quiet.
You know?
Wow.
It's like no, that's not what's happening.
But I'm pretty sure it has been mentioned.
It is. That's the thing. Like, as it was explicitly said, like, you missed a key detail here.
Is it explicitly ASL or is it just a signed language?
I
I think
think they
it's
just
just a
say
sign.
signed. Yeah,
Okay,
signed. So I should have, yeah. Um, so it was just, I don't know. It was interesting, and I really like Jacinia. She goes hard. She's great.
nice,
Yeah, she does. I like her a lot
I
too.
like her a lot. She's a good character. There's many characters that I enjoy, but she's badass in her own right. Um,
nice,
but yeah, so Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Great book. Talk about it
nice.
a lot.
We do. Not as much
I
as
guess
Witted
we
Truth, but we
I
talk about
guess
it a
we
lot.
have we've talked more about the other books because they came out, not necessarily the first one. So,
Right.
now here's the first one's turn. So, it's great.
Nice.
Is it my turn?
It
It is your
is.
turn.
Is okay. So my next pick is God Killer by Hannah Canner.
Nice. You've been talking about that one before.
Yes, we have. And it's like you almost don't realize it based on how the characters like interact with the others. But there is a lot of disability representation but luckily like in the world is like almost like normalized, whereas like oh they're not like ostracized or anything like that. So I really do like how this world is built around disability. So it
Mhm.
so the book in general follows four characters. Kissin, who's the god killer, and she's seeking revenge due to her family being killed when she was a child. And then we got Elo, who used to be the king's former commander during the God War, but he's now being sent on the quest by said king to go to the city of gods, which is like super hypocritical as like a king who hates gods. And then we have a Inara, who's a 12-year-old girl, and she's tethered to Skediketh, who is the god of white lies, and he's a little rabbit type creature with owl wings and deer antlers, and they just both want answers as to like what is happening, like why are they tethered?
Mm,
And this shouldn't be happening. And then all three of those characters get together and go on a quest.
nice.
Um, but there's like a huge variety of disabilities featured in the book. The main character, Kissin, actually lost a portion of her leg as a child when the god killed her family. So now she uses a prosthesis. And so throughout the book, a lot of her struggles are related to her leg because like she's a badass too. But the thing is like sometimes like she loses her leg because of XYZ event or it's starting to deteriorate because of XYZ event. It's a fantasy setting, so there's only so many options
Right.
for a prosthesis, such as like it deteriorating due to like salt water or sometimes she like gets stuck because her prosthesis is off and she's like, well, shoot. um and then we also have a wheelchair bound character in there. She's a side character but still like pretty prominent, and also her partner is deaf.
Nice.
And so there's a lot of use of sign language in the book, and it's very common like to use it throughout like between like characters and stuff. I mean not like the whole population knows, but most of the characters that we interact with, I would say about half of them use sign.
Nice. That's
Cool.
awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really do like the variety in there. And it's also a huge LGBTQIA featured book too. It's There's a lot of representation on many fronts with the God Killer series.
Nice.
I really need to read that one.
Yes, you do.
There's so many.
There are. There's a lot.
So,
Yeah.
that sounds
Val.
good. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So I've talked about this one before. It is called Accidental Demons by Claire Edge. So I talked about this pretty early on in the podcast. So the main character, Bernadette, is a type 1 diabetic, and she is born into a family of magic users. And specifically, they do blood magic. And if you know anything about type 1 diabetes, is that you have to draw blood pretty frequently. um,
Relatively.
yeah, you have to take blood samples to test your blood sugar 3 4 times a day. And she's this is a YA, or not a YA, a middle grade book. So this she's in like middle school, so hormones are changing, and like when you're going through that your blood sugar is a lot more unstable than it would be as like when you're younger or when you're a little bit older out of that like main puberty cycle. So she's struggling a lot with like maintaining her blood sugar, and then every time that she tests it, she's accidentally summoning demons, and they cause a lot of chaos and that kind of stuff. And only she and like other music magic users are able to see the demons itself. Like normal people, non-magic users aren't able to see the the demons, and like they're causing chaos. Like they are like drawing stuff on the board during class and like knocking stuff over, all that fun stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it's wildly chaotic, but like very very cute. And the second book is coming out, I think, later this year. Yeah, November 11th. It's called Mixing Magics. Um,
What's
so
that one about?
it's a sequel.
Oh, okay.
Let me read the little um
Blurb.
blurb. Yeah. Young rich Bernadette uncovers buried secrets tying her family's coven to the demon dimension in the sequel to Accidental Demons. Perfect for fans of Witchlings and Aru Shara and the End of Time.
Oh, that's it? That's the blurb?
Ooh.
Or that's like the bold part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bernadette Crowley feels like she's finally getting a handle on her diabetes diagnosis. At least she can finally manage not to summon a demon every time she checks her blood sugar. But without her grandma Orla, who disappeared into the demon dimension while protecting her family's coven, even big wins don't seem to matter much. Frustrated that no one is trying hard enough to rescue grandma, Bernadette takes matters into her own hands, using her growing powers to try and reach the demon dimension. But nothing can prepare her for the truth, a history that ties together her family and demons going back generations, and a portrayal that has haunted them for years. With her
Perfect.
friends Kai and Phoebe and her alert dog Cleo, Bernadette must venture into the unknown to save her grandma and the magical world as a whole.
That sounds so good.
Yeah.
It really does.
There's a cat in the first one too, so I imagine
I
there's
thought
gonna be a cat in the second one.
I was about to say, does this require it has a dog tag?
Maybe, yeah. There's a dog in the first one, and there's a cat in the first one. So
Ay.
I put the has a cat
It's got
tag.
both.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's coming out in November 11th, which is not that far away if you think about it. It's already July, so
This one, all of mine so far, or just in all, are fantasy books. This one I read so long ago, but it's still one of my favorites, and I really want to take the time to reread it. It's called Cinder, by Marissa
Oh, I know.
Meyer. It's from the series The Lunar Chronicles. So there's like 4 main books, but if you're counting like there's 6 in all if you're counting like there's like a prequel and like a novella type deal. And they're all so good. It's a really well thought out story. I'll give you the blurb about the first one, obviously, for Cinder, because it sets up the whole world. So the description is: the humans and androids crowd the streets of New Beijing. A deadly plague ravages the population. From space, a ruthless lunar people watch, waiting to make their move. No one knows that Earth's fate hinges on one girl. Cinder, a gifted mechanic, is a cyborg. She's a second-class citizen with a mysterious past, reviled by her stepmother and blamed for her stepsister's illness. But when her life becomes intertwined with the handsome Prince Kai's, she suddenly finds herself at the center of an intergalactic struggle and a forbidden attraction. Caught between duty and freedom, loyalty and betrayal, she must uncover secrets about her past in order to protect her world's future. So this series, each book is like based on very loosely based on a fairy tale. So Cinder is, of course, Cinderella.
Right. I was about to ask
And then
that.
they have and then there's Scarlet, which is like Red Riding Hood. Cress is Rapunzel. There's a Snow White. So each one, it's very, very loosely, but you can make the connection, obviously, based on a fairy tale. And what's interesting about this one is Cinder, the main character, as they've already said, is a cyborg. So she has lost her hand and her leg. And in this world, if you are a cyborg, you are considered like very low class. Like you are completely frowned upon. Um, and so in a lot of the book, it's really kind of going through how she navigates the society and how a lot of times she's covering up her prosthetic limbs, and she's covering up the fact that a lot of her identity is frowned upon and she can't help it. Like this is just who she
Right.
is. Like, so there's a lot of like social commentary throughout. Especially, it's a YA book, so it's really well written for someone young to understand the dynamics that she's going through. And she's just an excellent character, and she also has some of the things like what Courtney was saying in hers, how like her arm malfunctions, or I think at one point it melts or something. Like she's having to deal.
Oh
She's
no.
like having to deal with like, losing these body parts, and it's kind of a really interesting because it's fantasy, but it's also very much sci-fi. Like it's a sci-fi heavy book, and it's a really well written story. I loved it so much. Her disability is not the only one throughout the series. There's also one of the characters goes blind due to activities and stuff. And there's one that's kind of interesting. This isn't a spoiler. So the character Cress, and this is kind of loosely-ish. So she's on the moon, which is the lunar people that they were talking about in the spiel. And all of the moon people have like it's called, what is it called? It's like a psychic sense. So everyone on that planet has that, or that moon, has that sense. And if you don't have that sense, that is what's considered frowned upon. That is her disability,
that
is
like
not
weird?
having, if that makes sense. That's what
Yeah.
it's like. So it's kind of a really interesting take because it's something like it's not, it's a power, so it's different. Anywho, so there's even more bioelectric is what it is. So it's like sensing different things. Anywho, so it's again contemplating the discrimination and the prejudice against those who don't fit the norm. There's a lot of like discussion, I guess, or like consideration throughout this series. And again, this is truly a YA. Like it doesn't cross any kind of like could be mature. No, it's fully for like high school, even middle school. I would see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like late middle school or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I would recommend it to everybody. It's a really good book. It's one of my favorite series, and I really want to reread it now that I've talked about it.
See, I wish I had known about this when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
It's so good. And I found like a little blurb. It says overall the Lunar Chronicles presents a complex view of disability, acknowledging both the potential benefits of technological advancements and the enduring challenges of social prejudice and the limitations of even advanced technologies in dealing with disability. So it's kind of like one of those review blurbs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really good book. Good series.
Yeah. Do you got any more Courtneys?
I have a good old honorable mention it's only because I mentioned the book literally last episode, I believe. It was Float Plan by Trish Dollar. So this was the book where the main character decides to sail across the Caribbean because her ex-fiance, it's weird, like, do you call them ex-fiancés if they have passed away, but you haven't broken up? He had passed away from like suicide. And so she's going on this like closure journey and then hires who ends up being the main love interest. But he actually has a disability. He also has lost a leg due to being hit by a car. So a lot of his struggles are more of like trying to deal with other people viewing him as different, even though he can literally do the same thing that he's always done. It just it might look a little different, but he can still do the job. There's nothing wrong with it. So all these other people just assume he can't, so they don't hire him, or they don't just believe that he can. But he's like, but I can. So what if I hobble a little bit on my leg?
Right. Nice. Yeah.
So, yeah, a little honorable mention since I talked about it last week or last time. Last time.
Yeah, let's have. Yeah.
Yep. And he has
I
to
like
deal
it.
with cleaning his leg and his prosthetic, especially since they're on salt water. It's like he has a lot of struggles.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry. It just might yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. So I have 2 books that I have not read yet, but I have them on my TBR. They both came out last year, and I'm going to make an effort to read them this year. One of them is Beautiful People, My 13 Truths About Disability by Melissa Blake. So she is a disability activist, mostly on social media. She has, I forget what disability she has in particular, but she has a lot of facial differences. So she gets bullying or gets a lot of bullying for the way that she looks, which is not uncommon for disabled people as a whole. But since her disability affects her face, it gets not great. But this is just kind of her memoir. She worked on it. She did like a huge piece in 2019, was featured on CNN, and then kind of took that piece and expanded it through. She worked on it a lot during the pandemic, and then it finally got published in 2024. So that is really great. I can't wait to read that. And then the other one is the Anti-Ableist Manifesto by Tiffany Yu. She similarly is a disability activist. And this is kind of like her take on how to not be ableist. She had a ongoing social media series for I think 2 or 3 years. It may still be going on, but not quite as much. Where she would give like 30-second little tidbits on like how to not be ableist, and she kind of turned that into a whole novel. Um, and like I said, this book came out last year. She did a whole book tour. And Tiffany was paralyzed, and one of her arms is no longer really that usable. So she like wasn't disabled and then became disabled at a pretty young age. I think I want to say like 9, 10-ish around there. So she had and grew up, not disabled and then became disabled still in her youth. I'm excited to read that as well, and I'm glad or like it's kind of cool to see how she turned a social media series that she was doing into a book.
Right. No, that's
Ooh.
really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are my 2 books that I want to read. Hopefully I'll get to them this year. But yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Disabled
Very
authors.
nice.
Woo.
Whoop,
Whoop,
whoop.
whoop. Yeah, that's like the thing. I actually don't know if any of my I guess my picks were from disabled authors. I can guess if they were, but
I
actually
think
have no idea.
Rebecca Yaros is. I think she has EDS.
She does, and so does Leigh Bardugo. Well, Leigh Bardugo doesn't have EDS. She has osteonecrosis,
Okay.
where her bone tissue dies.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
No,
No.
it doesn't.
Yay for rare disabilities.
Whoop whoop.
I'm looking at my list. All 5 of my authors are disabled, and I just realized they're all female as well.
Hey.
Wow.
I know.
2 out of
Yeah.
my 3,
Nice.
and all 3 of them are female.
Yeah, we got some good books. I'm looking for more fiction books written by disabled authors. So if you got any recommendations, throw them down in the comment because I want to read more fiction written by disabled people.
I got 1 for you.
Yeah.
2. I talked about them in the podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows. There you go.
Yeah.
Shadow and Bone is 3 books. Six of
Nice.
Crows is 2.
Yeah.
And they're not thick. They're not like hefty books. So
you know I like me a thick book.
I know.
I need at least 3 C's.
Gotta be thick.
Yeah. So we have a couple announcements. Book club it's coming up. It's Heretical Fishing by Haylock Jobson. That episode will be coming out on August 8th, so just a couple of weeks away.
I know I've said this before, but I highly suggest the Audible. You can enjoy it however you want, but the narrator is amazing, and he's got a great Australian accent, and it's fantastic. So I will say it every time until we have the episode.
Yes, I plan on listening to the audiobook for this one.
Yeah, same, because of Allison's recommendation.
Yes, definitely.
It's high quality.
Yes. Cool. And then also bookshop.org, place to buy books. That's not the Rihanna buying out super mega rich man store.
Yes.
Support your local bookstore.
Yeah, support your local bookstore. And I think the sale will still be going out. It'll be going on bookshop.org when this episode comes out. There's a sale right now.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
There's a sale on Libro
Don't
FM
tell
as well.
me.
Stop it.
Yeah,
I've already bought
sales.
6 books this month.
Well, time to buy more. Giddy up, Grandma.
Actually, more than 6. Giddy up, Grandma. Rude.
Oh my god. That has to go in the episode title.
That's just the whole
Giddy
title.
up, Grandma. That's like equivalent to buckle up, buckaroos.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing.
Anyway, happy reading.
Happy reading.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Books I Read with My Cat. You can find us on social media at BookCatPod. And if you have any ideas or feedback, feel free to give us an email at bookcatpod@gmail.com. Happy reading!